What's up, Stripe Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. It's cold out, so I have my hands in my pocket. But I wanted to tell you guys something. So we've been traveling last week for our honeymoon, and while the iron's still hot and I still have these stories in my mind, you guys know I have a terrible memory, so I have to get stuff on camera right now as I'm thinking about it. So I wanted to tell you something. As I was going through this year, I've always heard stories from people that own businesses, entrepreneurs, like people that are successful, and they've always said that when you grow, you have more problems. And I've seen that to be true this year. As my business is growing, it used to be la la land. It used to be perfect. Like when you have 20, 30 accounts, it's perfect. Like you can communicate with your customers every single day, and it's just like you're friends with them and you're just cutting their lawn and you're just like the neighborhood guy. Like you're that guy. And when it rains, you don't have so much to do when it ends. You can be there immediately. And I'll tell you, my biggest problem this year in the business, at least one of the biggest problems, was rain delays. And keeping that communication up with my clients of when we're going to be there after it rains. So let's say we cut somebody on Friday, and it rains Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So now the lawns are going to be wet on Monday and maybe a little wet on Tuesday. So let's say we're starting back up on Tuesday, but we still have to get Thursday yards done. So we're going to do the Thursday yards on Tuesday, and we're going to get to our Friday yards on Wednesday. But now we've messed up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday yards. So we're 5 days behind, or 4 or 5 days behind when that happens. And scheduling, that's a nightmare. I'd love to learn a better way. If you have a better way, I'd love to talk to you about it. But I know there's a better way. I don't know it. But keeping that communication and actually getting the work done, it's very hard, especially when you're going slower. The lawns take longer when it's wet, because I'm trying to be really careful not tearing up the lawn and causing damage to the lawn. And that was a very difficult thing for me this year. And I'll be honest with you, I had some unhappy people, like a couple that just they didn't understand that they didn't understand why I couldn't get to the lawn the day after it stopped raining. And it was very difficult. I've been thinking on that for a very long time of what's a better process for that. I'm gonna find one, I just haven't found it yet. But then this week happened, and this is the story time that I wanna tell you. Sometimes entrepreneurs like to actually let me go at it a bit different way. People don't want to start their business. They don't want to leave a job and go start their own business because it's hard, because everything's on them and you're gonna get yelled at. Like if there's a problem in your business, your butt is getting yelled at. Like it's on you. And when you flip it around and you look at the positive things of everything's on your shoulders, that is a good, like, just be positive about it, man. Like the good things that happen are because of you. They're on your belt, on your back. I like to say it. They're on your back. Like you're carrying the business. It's your business. And I see it as a positive. Sometimes I can be negative about it. Oh, I wish if I worked for Brightview, and I was just cutting grass, I would never get yelled at. I'd just say, talk to the manager. But come on, man. Like, there's so much good that comes from being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, carrying it all on your back. You get to celebrate the successes, and you're not just another pawn in the game. And so, everybody gets yelled at. Like, whether you're working for somebody else, whether you're a business owner, you're gonna get unhappy people. There are 7 billion people on this planet. You 1 of 7 billion cannot make everybody happy. It is impossible. It's impossible, dude. So you have to know that and be positive about that. Hey, let me find the 100 awesome people, and all the negative, let's not work with those. Let's work with the positive, awesome clients. And that's my route. That's where I want to go. Instead of, being just price gouged every way and getting yelled at for not. That was the thing. I had a lot of people like, oh, well, Johnny can do it for 35. Can we do 35? No. Okay, well, we're going to want everything perfect all the time. That's fine. I love that. That's a challenge to me. That's a challenge to better your business and your quality of work. Awesome. I'm totally down. Okay? And so the problem is there's a little blade of grass on the back patio, and they're like, we're gonna find somebody to do it for $30 because obviously there's still a blade of grass on the back patio and we just don't see the benefit of paying. What? That's fine. I get it. Whatever. And I try to work around it, man. Listen, I apologize. I'm so sorry that there was a blade of grass on the back patio. I'm serious. We'll try next time to do better, and we hope to keep you guys as clients. Like, I like the yard. I enjoy you guys, and I'm sorry this happened. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just trying to be honest, an honest guy here. And so that's it, man. But here's my real story. Everybody gets yelled at, no matter what. So the first instance was at a hotel. Okay. I don't know what I have terrible hearing, but I always try to like be on my phone or something and like get a little closer to these instances just to hear, so I can learn how the manager goes about it. And so something with the rooms got messed up, scheduling, oh, this isn't the right room, we're supposed to have this. And that one was actually it was tame. Like, okay, manager did real well, let's get you here, we're gonna do this and we'll comp this and all this. Everybody walks away good. Then we're at the airport, going home from Hawaii, and they announce over the intercom, there's a terminal full of people, or whatever, a gate full of people sitting down. We were there. We were really early. We're like 3-4 hours early. And so it wasn't even our flight, but we were sitting with the people that are supposed to be going on this plane. They announce this flight's delayed an hour and a half due to blah, 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 weather in Chicago or whatever. People are going like, okay. Literally like 2 minutes later, flight 364 has been canceled. And dude, you would have thought the world ended, which I get is frustrating. Like, I understand, but Natalie and I were just watching the show. Literally, there was probably 75 to 100 people. Everybody stood up, ran over to the desk, and got in line. And we're like, oh my goodness. And dude, there were people going crazy. This was the worst we saw. People going crazy. And this is all in 4 days. Hotel, the airport, and then Hobby Lobby last night. That's next. And people were going nuts. I mean, this one lady was there for 20 minutes just barking at these people, dude. Just tearing. She just couldn't understand that the manager working that desk for that gate does not control if the flight gets canceled. That actually what happened, because we heard him explain it 100 times, is the air traffic control from another airport, there was weather or something, so it got delayed so far that if they would continue that, and if they would have came in 3 hours, that plane would have landed, it would have messed up the schedule for the rest of the day. Instead of messing up 100 people's flights, they would have messed up thousands of people's flights. So what they do, at least to my knowledge, what I could hear and what I understood, is instead of them coming 3 hours delayed flight, they cancel it, so now they can just jump in 3 hours right to the next destination. And so they're not messing up thousands of people's, the whole day of scheduling. They're just messing up that 3 hour, that one flight, from my knowledge. And so they tried to explain this and people were just going nuts, and they're giving refunds, but that's not good enough. Because I get it, like those 100 people had 100 things to do, like whether that's family, friends, job. I get it, but there's nothing that manager was getting just screamed at all day long. And at the end, he's like, "Did you guys get your popcorn in?" Like he's like, "Dude, I deal with this every day. Like I can't imagine airline scheduling. Like it seems like a nightmare." But we heard that, and then last night, Natalie wanted to go Christmas shopping, and this guy was just tearing. And literally, I wrote down this video idea at Hobby Lobby. I'm like, we have seen so many managers get yelled at this week. I have to just tell people that, dude, you're gonna get yelled at no matter what business, no matter what. The managers at McDonald's get yelled at, the managers at Ruth Chris get yelled at, the managers at a Motel 6 get yelled at, the managers at the nicest Ritz-Carlton get yelled at, airlines, like it does not matter. The little lawn care guy, Blake Albertson, gets yelled at. The huge, biggest lawn care landscape company in the world gets yelled at. It's just business, dude. That's how you cannot make everyone happy. And so I learned that this guy was killing this dude, like just yelling at him right in his face last night over a Christmas tree. Now, he actually got pretty screwed by Hobby Lobby. Like, I guess he asked, it was a huge tree, it was like $700 to $800, and he had asked the manager, from what I understand, is this the correct price? They purchased that tree. He came back last night and the tree was on sale for $250. And he was like, dude, I got screwed for do the math, whatever the math is. I don't know the exact price, but he got screwed for like $500-600. And so, yeah, everybody gets yelled at, man. Business can't be perfect. Like Hobby Lobby is a gigantic company, and they had a price wrong. Like you wouldn't expect that. And it happens. It's just business, dude. There's so many moving parts that they're not perfect, dude. Like, and I've really realized that. Like, you go around in some of these bigger companies and listen to the conversations of the employees, the managers, and they're like, sometimes, dude, I don't know what's going on. Like, we don't know. Like, it's new. Like, I love going to new restaurants. And even if they're chains, like we have like a Mod Pizza, it's a chain. We went to it when it was brand new, and the employees are like, we applied for the job. I don't know what's wrong with this system. I don't know how to run it. Like, you have to work out the kinks in your business. Over time, you're gonna get better. When there's a problem and somebody gets frustrated about it, and you fix that problem and you say, here's what we're gonna do going forward to make sure that problem never happens again. Now your business is better. You might have lost that $35, $40, $50 client, but now you're not gonna lose 20 of those $50 yards because you fixed this problem. So that's my story time for today. I thought it was pretty entertaining, but also very educational for us, because as business owners, everything rides on us, but it's not all that bad, man. You're gonna get yelled at anywhere, so try to improve, get better. That's all I've got for you guys today. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Stay positive, keep working hard. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.